So here at Poe Run, we live on a hill, which means everything is either up or down. So this morning, it's about 8:30 in the morning or so, I'm going up to feed the sheep and let the ducks out. And one of the things that we find very important at Poe Run about everything that we do is to make sure that all of our animals live and have as much freedom as possible. And we think it's really important because there is a big difference between the word pastured and actually being pastured. There's a big difference between the word free range and actually being allowed to roam. So our ducks come inside their enclosure at night. And this enclosure is about 5 times the size that it needs to be for our ducks. And we lock them in here at night because we have predators. We have bear, we have coyote, we have fox, and we have dogs. Neighbors' dogs that sometimes wander up. And so this is where our ducks get to hang out. And they hang out here from dusk till dawn, more or less. I mean, obviously it's past dawn at this moment. But the idea is that we want to make sure that they have some protection. But during the day, we let them out. And when I say we let them out, I mean we literally let them out. You can see there is no fence or cage around anywhere. And so they love this part. And as long as I don't fall because of the snow, we can let the ducks out, and you can see how excited they are about coming out. Here they come. And this is their favorite thing to do. So the first thing that they do in the morning is they get very excited and they do a little foraging. What they're really doing right now is just eating some snow. And then they'll probably head over in this direction, hang out for a little while. Sometimes they'll lay an egg or two over there if we let them out early. It's just past New Year's, obviously, and so the deal is that they are actually laying a lot less. We're getting barely 2 to 4 eggs a day as opposed to more than 10 from our 11 layers. And we have 3 new ducks that should start laying any moment. In fact, Sunday was their 20-week mark. But given the fact that it's winter, they're going to lay less. And so I have low expectations of what they're going to be laying. But as soon as we feed the sheep, then we'll come back and collect some eggs and see what's going on. Good morning, Mish. Mish is one of our lambs from this year. She's from Masha. This breed is called a Romanov, and they're a very, very hardy sheep, originally obviously from Russia, and they were brought over to Canada, and then some of them have made their way into the US. They have a very unique double wool, or double coat, I guess is a better way to put it. A thicker hair and a more wool-like product, but their wool is actually about twice as thick as traditional wool, so really good for making tapestries and rugs and such. Probably not the best thing for a pair of socks, but you can definitely blend it as well. So back in the summertime, or spring I should say, Margaret and I had built these 2 pallet structures. And they were designed to be very temporary to house the sheep during the summertime. And then after that, then we were going to build something more permanent. But as some of you may know, this is a homestead. And the things that happen on a homestead aren't always what you plan on. And so we moved these 2 pallet structures from their old location where the sheep were to this location where they could be a little closer. These is Molly and Millet. Margaret sheared them a couple of days ago. and they are in their blankets because it's about 25 degrees out. So we want to make sure they get their lanolin built up before they go out and potentially get into the cold. But basically these pallet structures are cattle panels tied off to pallets, and we got all the pallets for free, and then you put a tarp over the top. And we actually bought this tarp because we wanted something bigger, and it turned out it was too big. But then we needed to make sure that we had support for the snow load, so we basically just have some 2x4 quote-unquote posts going up to support some 12-foot long 2x4s on top, and that gives us our support for any snow load we have, which so far has been working really well, and it's very strong. Both of them have storage for hay. We're getting a little low on our hay, so we have to go get some more hay from our larger storage space that a friend of ours has loaned us. And of course we have some work to do, as always with everything. And then over here, slightly different, probably is going to be too hard to see, but this is where the Romanovs live. And the Romanovs, we have one ram and we have 3 ladies. Sky is on the left right there. And so we have now bred our 3 ladies, hopefully, and all's worked out. Sky is proven, so we know that he's viable. And hopefully in the spring we're going to have anywhere between, hopefully 1, but most likely we'll have 6 to even 10 lambs. Romanovs are known for their litters. Having 2 is a small group. 3, 4, 5 is not uncommon with Romanovs. So hopefully our 3 ladies, there's the last one, so these are all 3 of our ladies. They will all be ready to go. This duck house we built was actually the first real project that I worked on after the pig house, but this is a permanent structure, obviously. It is about twice the size that it needs to be for the ducks that we have. We will be getting some more ducks, but it is about twice the size, just the house alone. We got quite a few eggs, so I need to go around the other side to collect eggs. But here comes a couple of our mamas, and these are Khaki Campbells. Khaki Campbells are known for their laying ability. So ducks don't use nesting boxes. Ducks actually just lay, quote-unquote, on the ground, where they do make little, dugouts, so to speak, to lay in. But this is totally random. They may lay here, or they'll even lay just on the ground. You can see an egg there about center that was laid outside. And, it really just depends on the duck and I guess how she feels that day, because it seems to be pretty random to me. But most of the eggs do get laid inside, and they can be a little dirty. That just happens, and the reason that is because you can't control where they lay, so we can't just keep it perfectly clean all the time, because they walk and they lay in different spots regularly. But you can see that these puddles, we call them puddles often, they're just deep enough for them to be able to get their entire bill all the way in, and that is very important. Ducks don't need like a pond per se, but they have to be able to get their bills all the way in the water to be able to clean them out. So anybody who uses a nipple water or something for ducks is not doing them justice. These guys can get in, and actually you'll see them get in these puddles and clean themselves and take a bath. So they usually will do that. So these buckets or puddles often get very dirty very fast.